Whatever Pazul is building, it is consuming huge amounts of power and resources.
I will say, never have I ever learned more about myself than through relationships with a romantic
Just as it consumes me. Kill your pride.
It's nice.
Follow me, Natal.
Shameless plug. My coffee is in my way. Coffee, you're in my way. What about you, Max? How's your love life going? LOL. Tell me all the juicy details. Just kidding. You don't have to tell me shit. Did you complete EDA, ETA, Archon this week? I mean, just got off one recently, before I got back to Warframe. LOL. Nice. Perfect time to return. Sometimes they'll message me, and it fucks my mental. Yeah, I just finished EDA too. Yeah. Letting go of a relationship is so toxic. Like, when the relationship is dead, but you're just, like, trying to revive it. It makes sense, though, like, a dog will always stand by its owner even if it's dead for a while until it gives up. We are just animals after all. Yo, knowing when to move on, like it's so painful moving on. It's almost like, despite how toxic a relationship can be, it's almost more security to stick around and beat a dead horse, so to speak, than it is to move on and have an excursion into the unknown. It may be like to be without, you know, a partner, feeling of security and attachment. A buddy once told me, relationships are like a bank. We can invest positively. Like every positive interaction adds to the account. And the more negative interactions that we have with the person, the more it puts us in the red. And if we stay permanently in the red, then we will, you know, eventually have a closing of the account, and we will lose the relationship.
Well done.
So I found it kind of very interesting, but also like very cold to see it like money, you know. Yeah, it's good to have redeeming qualities if you're an abrasive individual, especially. -2.6. Negative 2.6 doesn't seem right. It seems that Warframe's a little bit louder than the other stuff. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to fix the audio there. Audio for Warframe is like really quite loud. I've been going back and adjusting stuff. Maybe I just scuffed it. Yeah. Whenever I go to make all these sweeping changes across the games, sometimes I mess with stuff and break it.
This facility is a communications crossroad for Narmer. Listen in. I want to know what he's telling his flock.
She sent me a screenshot of her starting Warframe. She wants to play together. Oh god. Oh my god. I wouldn't be able to resist that kind of situation. I pray for you, brother. Godspeed, good luck. It's so fucking... That's so funny, bro. How do you resist that? Because you can carry. You can carry now. You can spend your time carrying them through the game. Oh no. Like, for the memes, I want to say don't do it, but like, in actuality, I don't know if I could... I don't know if any of my exes were to say, hey, you know, hey, while we're breaking up or whatever, like, hey, the game that you're playing a lot of, I can go play that with you. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think I would be strong-willed enough to say no.
We are dominating. Keep it up.
So the process of evaluation took me a long time, really, and it wasn't until I owned up to my mistakes that I was able to like improve my relationships. And relationship after relationship, they just got better and better. I'm not saying you're gonna take as long to figure out your character flaws as I did, but it took me a long time. It's also why I'm a little bit more rude than most, maybe. Like, I go to a lot of streams, especially in the games that I play, and people are like, oh, hey, hi, and like, yeah, but also I'm kind of rude. I'm kind of rude because I'm kind of honest. And being honest has its, like, pros and cons. Being in a relationship and having somebody constantly lie to me is not great. It's not where I want to be. And I'm not saying you should want your relationships like mine. But what I realized is, I want someone who can have a healthy conflict. Speaking of which, I won't give them a shout out, but they're kind of a regular on the stream. And they told me that like, they believe that, like, bickering and small arguments are actually really healthy. Because it allows people to vent their frustrations, and even though, like, a married couple can bicker and complain a lot and argue, it's kind of like they get to know each other's limits, and they get to, like, have these healthy disagreements all the time. So I found that very kind of interesting. Some people go their entire life without like, having a real meaningful argument and just keeping really quiet about everything. I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's great. But there is a limit, you know. There's a toxicity to how much arguing is going to be healthy. I can't. It makes sense. I've seen so many different kinds of marriages that have like lasted a long time, but to me I'm like, damn, that's toxic as like, damn. It's impossible. But like they say in the fight game, styles make fights. And so there's always a complementary personality that has traits that are quote-unquote toxic, but can really be blended together, and then, you know, we work to make it work. As long as we put the work in, there's hope, there's a chance. Learning what boundaries like I have and what red flags there are, it took me a while.
And upon his tongue, the Zariman flame.
And there's also like one night stand dating scene kind of romance, and then there's like I want a buddy for life kind of romance scene.
I have detected another message incoming. Capture and
very different
decode
things.
The signal. Tower captured. Beginning stream decode now. We have control of all 4 towers.
So, speaking of which, happy 4th of July, etc. Man, I'll never forget. This is kind of an embarrassing story. Should I tell it? I don't know if I should tell it. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, it makes me feel embarrassed to think about it. It's cringe, and like I don't want to tell it because it obviously paints me like in a weird, bad light. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't tell this story.
Tower lost.
I started writing music again, and it's very interesting because when I work for other people, I try quite hard. When I when I write for myself, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just make a demo of it. It's not a big deal. But I started to use all of these like interesting plugins and soundscapes. Like the last time I wrote a song for somebody, actually a couple times ago, I drew inspiration from really popular gaming titles. And that was really cool. The last time I wrote, it was a very organic kind of experience, and it was like a very rare experience for me. I was really happy to have it. It felt like I was really learning and growing about how to create, not based on directive, but more based on feeling, and that's pretty tough to do, I think. But this time, it's going to be a combination of both, and yeah.
We are dominating. Keep it up.
There are some peripherals that I need to get, so I'm going to be getting some new IEMs, and I'm also going to be experimenting with acoustics again. I don't currently own an acoustic guitar. Well, I don't currently have an acoustic guitar. I let a student borrow my acoustic, and it's not something I can get back right now. But I do have an electric, and I have not written music with an electric. So maybe, well, for a while anyway. So maybe it's a good idea for me to, bounce ideas back and forth between acoustic and electric. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I feel motivated, inspired to write, and that is exciting. I spent almost a lifetime, I guess, building a skill set to make music, and now I get to leverage it in helping other people. If I can be salaried to do that, I'd be in a really great spot. I used to think to myself, and this took me a long time to kind of break this way of thinking, that it would be cheating myself to just work as like an underling writer or ghostwriter for other people. But in actuality, like, the degree of sophistication and complexity and skill is so high to write my own original music because I have to perform it in a very, very tight window of like live, raw take, which is like a very high studio musician standard that I wish to maintain, like, an integrity throughout the rest of my career or whatever. It's just something that can set me apart in the niche, which is important, despite there being a, kind of a high demand, very small circle of studio musicians. I'd rather have the songwriter niche and producer niche and be able to, execute in the studio at a very, very high level. So I kind of have become determined, although my album wouldn't necessarily show it, but Memories is a great example of it. All of my songs have to be like that moving forward. I just feel like it's not necessarily me unless it sounds like that. But I get to step outside myself, and it does take me forever to write my original stuff, and then like work within a deadline to write for other people. I wouldn't mind spending most of the year doing that, actually. Like 3/4 of the year doing that, and then like one quarter doing something else for myself, maybe. But it's really ambiguously difficult for me to feel satisfied with my original work. And so, yeah, I'm very satisfied to be writing again. What app do you use for music? I do not use FL. I use something that's actually quite inconvenient. Boom. And it comes attached to this little keyboard. So it's called the MPK Mini. I highly recommend it. It's a really, really good entry-level MIDI controller. and it's something called MPC Beats. So that is a program that's maybe not the... It's not the tip of the spear, especially considering like a decade ago I started off with Pro Tools, you know. Pro Tools is still the industry standard. There are a lot of other options, Ableton, etc.
The serpent is old,
Reaper.
Tenno.
And so you can pick your poison when it comes to that stuff, but in terms of what comes along with the MIDI controller, MPC Beats, and a little birdie told me of a really good investment into Spitfire Audio. So Spitfire Audio has a wealth of plugins that you can use. And so the libraries that I'm using come from Spitfire Audio. Although they're quite expensive now, I was able to get them at a very, 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 very reduced cost. So I have access to maybe 60 libraries, 60 different libraries with multiple plugins per that I can work with. So we have a lot of options, and by a lot of options, I mean like way too many options actually. Which is good, because it's easy to get bored not using you know, all the options that we can. The paradox of choice is a very interesting thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with learning MPC Beats. Although it is very, 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 very unusual a program in comparison to, say, Pro Tools or something. I think, and I'll say it like this, Glowing Garden's Underground and Overground were written on strictly MPC Beats, using Spitfire audio plugins. And so if you listen to that, it sounds really good actually. It sounds like, you know, like an indie game soundscape, maybe a little better. And if you compare and contrast the quality of work that I did there with knowing that these are kind of out of the box plugins and libraries that come at a very like discounted cost, it's quite phenomenal. But ultimately, it's less about the interface that you're using, and it's more about the wow, I'm super lost. Show me the way. I'm lost? I'm going this way. Just want to be around in case somebody goes down over here. So it's more about using, and I can show you a little bit if you like, what the different sounds are I'm working with. As long as you can find a vibe. So writing music is a lot like unraveling a sweater from a thread. If you can find that one thread of the sweater that's just like hanging out, you know, kind of unusual, something that sparks your interest, something that piques your curiosity, maybe triggers something in you, good or bad, right? Positive, negative, doesn't matter, as long as it makes you feel something. Then you can start to obsess a little bit on that and start to extrapolate and build upon it. And so as long as the plugin library gives you a sense of inspiration, then that can motivate you to write an entire song around it. So I think the plugins libraries are more important, which is also to say, like, grab some chopsticks, fill a bowl half filled with water, and start like playing rhythm on it, you know? Don't let anything hold you back from recording these little bits and pieces to add to an asset library and eventually build towards musical brilliance, you know? You're only like 100 recorded sounds away from being able to have a really unique and interesting beat. And so it's more about the plugins library, it's more about the library of sounds, it's more about how much they influence you and evoke a certain emotion from you than it is about the actual software. Ugh. yeah, so NPC Beats. So NPC Beats is a proprietary software designed by or within the confines of Akai Professional, the company's hardware. And so either they had somebody develop it for them, or they developed it themselves. It has its own libraries. I just find them wanting. And Spitfire Audio, you can check it out. It's got its own website and such. And so they have hundreds and hundreds of libraries that you can buy into. Sometimes they're on sale. There's a summer sale going on right now. And so that also has its own program. But you can just use the plugins as is if you wanted to.
You dealt with Archon expertly, Tenno. Her kind may expect no mercy, no redemption.
Okay, so that was Archon. Now it's to go to ETA, EDA. Any tips, suggestions? I'm going to struggle with EDA, ETA probably. Man, my hair is crazy. My hair will benefit so much more from having these IEMs I'm looking to get. So let's copy the loadout here. What are we going to be using? So we have the Cedo. True. Oh, we get to use the Stug, LOL. Do not tempt me. Ghoul Saw sucks, but I guess we'll run the Ghoul Saw for the memes. Ooh. Coffee's still in the way. Ghoul Saw. They changed assassination to exterminate because the 30i was bugged, so lucky. I guess I'm lucky now. Sorry to hear you wasted some time there. Undersupplied, ammo reduced. Lethargic shields, shield delay, whoop, scary. Energy exhaustion, lose 2 energy per second for each enemy within 10 meters, not great. Max health reduced each time damage is taken. God. I think we're gonna go with the pretty consistent rate here that we sacrifice Vossor for Mesa or Nova. And let's see, we have Survival, Alchemy, Exterminate. Survival, Alchemy, Exterminate. All of these benefit from Mesa. So we will go Mesa with the 3 weapons. Okay. Unlocking. Cedo, Stug, Ghoul Saw. Yeah. I didn't get compensation for my time. I even posted it. Damn. That's ruthless. Get bugged. I feel you. I definitely spent hours. I spent like 9 hours doing Oreworm, not being rewarded for it, and never will I ever receive that time back, so... I mean, your time is valuable, I understand. Struggling. It's gotta feel frustrating. Cedo Prime. I am a 75% discount away from purchasing all of the forma that I need to min-max all of my frames and all of my weapons. Hurry up, DE. Give me that 75% discount, damn it. Your boy waiting over here. Guess we can throw a forma on here, no? Just a forma. One forma. One forma. Sure, sure. So move some stuff around. Can anybody explain to me why I need so many forma? I could have ran 2 8-claw events. Oh, damn. What's an 8-claw event? What? I haven't even started the, whatever the thingy is. I need to get to it. Probably not today, though. Galvanized hell. Multi-shot. Primed point blank. Okay. Damages. Heat. Cold. Magnetic. I'm okay with this. Maybe we want something else? Primed. Murmur? Cleanse the murmur. We do not have it. Crit. Crit is nice here. Savvy? Do we want more status? We don't have a lot of status here. Am I missing something? Blunderbuss. I guess we get rid of this. A little bit more crit. Heat. Don't know, don't care. Won't be using this very much, I think. Scattering Inferno. You should try. The arcanes are so cheap, you'd farm them all so fast. If you didn't have them already, we can check to see which ones I have and which ones I don't. I don't know which ones I have and which ones I don't, but I know there's not a lot of them that I don't have. Not a lot. Same with the mods. Like, we're missing about 20 mods total in the game. And we're missing maybe 2 arcanes in the game. But getting them to rank 5 is also a different story. I don't think we have all of them, but 2 ready at rank 5, so that's going to take a little while. Codapox. What are we having to put here? Stug? That's so funny. I love this weapon. It sucks. It sucks real bad. Where's my Stug Ribbon, actually? Matt has not given me my Stug Ribbon back. Maybe it is lost forever, boohoo. Why does this weapon suck so much? I want it to be good, damn it. This weapon is so bad. Wait. Relax. Let's move this over here. Oh, we don't want the dexterity, I think. Merciless? Fine. Status. We already have Jolt. Frostbite? Corrosive magnetic toxin. This weapon is so bad. Omniform is stuck? I don't think I can handle that, bro. I spent 150 on the 3-pack. It's too much. Only the aura slots managed to get an Omniforma. I thought fire rate doesn't affect Stug. So fire rate affects the charge. This weapon charges a big blob, and the fire rate affects the blob, which is sad because we have negative fire rate on our Riven. But it doesn't matter. We're not using it right now. Ghoul saw. There's gonna be a Ghoul Saw Prime, isn't there? Damn, what am I doing? What a waste of resources. What a waste of resources. This weapon sucks. Where did Drifting Contact go? You ever notice how when you remove a mod... Never. There it is. Just kidding. Damage... An ability cast. I don't know. I don't care. Status? Healing return. Secondary innervate, maybe. Do Grineer weapons even get primes? I don't know, actually. I don't know how it works. We are so brazen in the way that we play this game. Try to be. So we want cold. And heat. Viral heat, missing out on gas. Gas. Gas cold. Oh. What is the damage type here? Does it come with the damage type? Or am we scuffing something here? I think it's this. So we need to go... A magnetic toxin. More toxin, I guess. We're missing on some ranged, though, aren't we? Yeah. So I think we want to... Okay. Want to voltaic strike here. Should just type in magnetic. What? There it is. Okay. Same build? Yes, it is. Panzer's broken? Okay. So now we have the loadout properly. We just go to Horn.
Master Entrati's experiments are under threat from the Murmur.
Looks like we're good.
Nay. Rip from his teeth.
Wish me luck.
Remember, our aim is to safeguard Master Entrati's experiments.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I got this.
You in the mood for a little...
This is so stupid. It's fine. ETA is the hard one, right? Right. Oh. Coffee is still on the way. Let's get rid of this coffee. This is so funny. Okay, I gotta stick with the team. How does this work? There's a red, there's a red option for the, what is it called? I'm so slow. A red option here. Does that mean that we have to kill enemies within this location? Show them the power of the Stug, you got it. Where are all the enemies at? What is happening here? We're running out of life support. Feels bad. Oh well, one way or another, I guess we go and do the stuff with the things. Maybe the right answer is to be over there killing those enemies? There's another one over here. Let's just stand over here and kill stuff. 75%. $95, charging $95. Ah! That one's done. So now we can actually use this, right? Should we use it? I guess I use it. Stug life. It does nothing. It does nothing. Top 5 and bottom 5, I have to have it. Look at that melt. Covered in popcorn, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, look at that. Get wrecked. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna pretend that my on-call Winion didn't do that. Yes! I ran out of ammo. No, how am I gonna win now? My Stug is gone. Shred the Void Rig is stuck. I'm doing it. Trolling might get me killed. Oh no! It has a snow globe! My only weakness. You want it, you got it. Yo, get melted. That was all me, baby. Stug life. This weapon's the best in the game. Stug Ribbons start to skyrocket. Watch, watch. Minimum 20k Stug Ribbon, God tier, no problem. Ask a squad to drop ammo pizza. Anybody got ammo? That's really funny. My Stug is so hungry. Oh, we gotta wait for them to get closer. I think I have some of those. It's not giving it to me. No. I think the minimum or the maximum amount of ammo goes down in this mission type. Yeah, it's only 52. I guess we just crack this then. I got this. I'm running out of ammo, but oh god! Why am I dying? No, I'm dying! I caved. I caved, I panicked. I panicked. I was weak. It does nothing. It does nothing, just sticks a bunch of like crap on something and it doesn't die. I'm running out of ammo again. It's not possible. Pineapple on pizza? That's blasphemous. Oh my god. I think the Riven would help, but yeah. Like everything about the loadout would have to be dedicated towards making this Stug good. Maybe even some Spectre help. Stug's so bad. Stug's so bad it's good.
Stabilized. Very good. Let's continue.
Let's go. Crit plus Enervate sounds usable? Yeah. I need to fight for my Stug. This is true. Tau Forged. When is DE gonna give me my legendary shards situation? If you make it so that players have to funnel into Helmuth, and like that seems kind of meaningful. Oh god, I won't die. Run away.
And lots of them. Proceed to the marked crucible.
I'm trolling. Oh god, I'm on fire. Oh god, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts my face. Why am I dying? Dude, the Ghost Saw is so slow. I should have never put Primed Reach on it. I needed Primed Fury. Without attack speed, this thing's like... secondary fire is so slow. Oh man, I'm dying. I'm on fire. trolling. Don't worry, it's fine. I have Ghoul Saw and Stuck. How can I lose? Wait, what? It just locks me in this animation. It's terrible, actually. Oh god, I'm dying. I'm trolling, I'm dying. Oh god, I'm so far away. Fire! I see it. Oh god, I'm actually gonna die here. No. I think we're gonna die. I'm concerned. I'm alive, but for how long? I'm trolling too hard. We're fine, we're fine. It's fine. Combustion. Carry me. No shield get or Vizarin dash on Mesa, so yeah, we have to have energy for the team. In case the team struggles with energy. It's nice to have energy for the team. Vizarin invulnerability is great. It is nice. I think that if I ever play something that has like a mitigation or like an overshield, I just, you know, it's my fault if I go down from poor positioning or something like this. I just have that in my head, but maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. That ghoul saw locks me in animation for like riding the saw for like 3 seconds. It's terrible, but awesome at the same time. Why is my loadout so poor? Well, the Cedo is not bad, right? Mesa obviously been busted. It's a fine location to be PPOing from. Taboo. All I know is that Tau Forge is really good because it's like the equivalency of 3 or so normal Archon shards, so we're happy to see those. So to this day, the only time I used my Archon shards was when getting carried by crit necks in my builds. I feel very stressed out about trying to use that resource. Having to move it around is cool, I will say though. But I do want a legendary system for them. The flex is always there if we have a legendary shard system. I'm gonna get to bed. Have a nice stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always nice to see you, Max. Good luck with the GF popping into Warframe. That's kind of cool. Jealous in a way. Enjoy romance while it lasts. It won't maybe always be there. And it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved. Keep crushing it, bruh. I'll see you later. We're probably going to be getting out of here after EDA. Kind of a short stream. I might stream later on tonight, but I have some errands to run. Some things to do. Some cooking to accomplish. What? I hit a wall. This ghoul saw is trolling me. Oh, I'm dead again. I'm trolling with this ghoul saw. I can't help myself. Oh no, no, not again. Alright, let's just stay out of trouble. Uh-oh. 10% effects intensity really not doing me any favors here. Oh god. Arcane adapter. Looks like one more to go. This is the exterminate. We'll be going on to EDA after this.
Here they come! A last-ditch effort. Emphasis on last. Wipe them out! Stand down. Stand down. We're clear. We're clear. We're done. It's over. Go home. I shall inform Lloyd that all is well. My gratitude, Tenno. You have served the family well.
GG! Azure Archon Shard. Okay, now for the hard stuff, I guess. So is EDA? GG.
Ahoy, ahoy! Might you have time for a quick run? You're a biped, that's a pun.
Melee Crescendo. So what do we
Make
have
sure we get a
here?
gold
Baruch,
star.
Equinox, Sevagoth. Oh. Yeah. I have a DPS Equinox, but not like a tanky one. I guess anything can be built for a tank. Oh, it's the tank mission. Yo, I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm gonna get destroyed. Okay. Gotfa, Heck, Sobek, Pandoro, Hiku. So what are we gonna pick up here? So it looks like we're gonna be using the Heck over the Sobek. If we pick whatever like frame we want, we don't get these, but we want these because this is really what gets us the rewards like Hotshot, right? Do we just sacrifice a bit of the rewards today considering how hard the assassination is? Maybe. Enemies deal negative 15 damage and take plus 15 damage but gain 15% movement speed, attack speed, and fire rate. I guess we sacrifice these for this week. Kind of a safety strat, but I don't see ourselves getting through this with the current frames that we have available. Okay, so we sacrifice Peely Picks this time around just because I'm determined to consider that we are going to wipe here if we play one of these three frames, which I really have very little experience on, excluding Equinox as a DPS. But Equinox DPS with these conditions is probably not going to be very survivable. Okay, so Heck, Hiku, Guandao? Heck, Hiku, Guandao. I could just play Revenant again, which is like similar cheating, but I think Nova will help the group more, and if we can survive on Nova, then we'll be in good shape to slow down the enemies for the final tank mission, which is going to be difficult on everybody. Hekiku Guandao. Guandao. Kreska? Guandao. Okay. Don't know what can go into this slot, but we don't want to run out of ammo. Might be a good look to have that there. Sure. Nothing really gets to go there, but it is a prime weapon, so we will have it maxed out. Lethal Momentum will want to go here, essentially. Weapon's not going to do very much. Same thing applies here. Crescendo I hear is good. Damage, exposure, I guess. Whatever. Grim Fury Reach. Do we have crit? Guess we go Blood Rush. Dated builds are dated. So we're going to be carrying ourselves with a heck here. Nova build, not terrible. I don't know what the conditions are. We should take a look at the conditions.
All set? Felmir and Minerva are ready when you are. Stand by for
Max
10-4
ammo
shenanigans.
on all weapons reduced by 75%. Each personal using an ability opens a void rift. Transference into operator and drifter is blocked. Ugh. So no extra ammo or no extra. We have no extra. Oh, this is a dangerous one. We may look to get carried here and play a what are these builds called? Slot build on Baruch or Equinox. I just don't think we do that. I think we suffer with these modifiers. I'd like to really feel it because I crutch so much on operator. I'm really happy to see how much of a struggle it's going to be to just try and survive like this. Ammo restoration by drops and gears reduced 75%. Ammo restored. Okay. Looks good to me. We skip out on this. We do not have a Spectre for Dante, which is apparently really good. Alright. So, we are going to do ETA. This looks scuffed. It looks like we will wipe if somebody else in the group isn't there to carry us. But with that said, we are determined to slow the tank assassination down because of bold venture. And it is pretty typical of us to carry ourselves with a crutch of Mesa or Nova when things get tough in ETA. Completing it versus failing it matters a lot because we do not re-roll these. We force ourselves into a shell of either we have what it takes to beat it and we have what it takes to kind of solo it, or we don't. And that's been our mindset since kind of, I want to say 2010 for this game. But I think it's more like 2015. Yeah, 2015. And the reason for this is because certain types of content in this game are like, if you fail an objective, everybody else fails. And so I like the mindset of being able to carry myself. Now, that's not to say that we are competent enough regarding EDA or ETA to be able to do that. But I don't mind failure. It's the best way to learn, and it's, yeah. That's why we are going to be approaching it in this way. We're going to learn a lot, we're going to get carried, and maybe even get criticized a little bit. That's kind of cool too. GG, this is ETA, win or lose. This is the last thing that we do today. Short stream today. Shameless plug. Looks like we got so many more enemies to kill. What? How can there be 200 plus enemies left? How even is there that many enemies left down here? Seems kind of buggy, actually. Well, we have one lever. If we can get somebody to replace, then we will stay. If not, it looks like this is a scuffed run, and we'll have to reset this. And just for the sake of science, next time we will use Speed Nova and see if we have the same result. I didn't look at how many enemies we needed to kill, but being down here is very annoying because this is the exit right there. So... yeah, I don't know. Let's go with speed here. Let's see if we can get the enemies to funnel in here. Looks like we have some quitters and maybe some gamers in our group. So, I don't know. Maybe 3 is enough. I've definitely completed ETA with 3 players and an early league before. So, no stranger to it. I guess permanently slowing the enemies within like 100-meter radius in game messes with the spawns. I'm pretty sure there's a threshold to how many enemies can spawn at a time. So we'll probably... ooh, we're about to go down for this. Ooh, toxin damage! GG! I almost died! Your toxin's so toxic. I have zero faith that we can make it through the tank with this kind of health pool. How did they go over there? I can't really get to them very quickly. And I'm surrounded by toxin. I don't know if I can get them, bruh. Okay, so we're gonna reset this. And we're gonna go with, we're gonna go with Speedva for the next run. Not a wipe, but more like it's just unnecessarily slow to have that exterminate be, you know, still not finished by this point. I think instead of shields, we can make an adjustment for health. Health is going to be the very much determining factor in whether or not we can survive here. And so prime redirection maybe just gets replaced by vitality? Probably. Actually, we do have room for it here, so we go enable vitality. Shift here. A little bit more, not a lot more. Tau resistance, this actually doesn't give us any extra benefit. So rather than scuff the build, I think we just replace vitality and not forget that it's there. This is going to be difficult, but we can do it. Not being able to swap out of a frame is so ridiculous, especially when experiencing toxin procs.
Okay, get your loadout ready, because once you're locked in, I cannot pull you out without the whole run going to hell.
We're going to be cooking fish and chips today. I'm excited. Last try, no ifs, ands, or buts. We wipe, people leave, and that's it. Man, it's getting hot. Summer really is here. I can see why players would want to prefer to eliminate that particular condition, as it's one of the more stressful conditions in the game for ETA. Not being able to, like, not being able to panic swap into operator to cleanse conditions or to wait for the conditions to run out is very scary. Slight little adjustment, looking pretty good. The only problem is that we don't have 4 players in our squad. Kind of an issue. Still only 3 players. Not good. Now we are out of mana, out of energy. Still no 4th, not looking great. We're in a better position than we were last run because we're still in the subway, sewers, mall, and we have almost 300 enemies killed. So that's a good one. Running out of ammo.
Extermination proceeding as planned. Midpoint reached. No significant issues.
Oh, dude. If you could see what I'm seeing, chronometer going absolutely nutsoid. Keep it up.
Piku does nothing. Almost done killing the 452. Getting there slowly but surely.
Tech got screaming on multiple
Did I mention I have no
waves.
faith that we can beat the
Timeline flaw
tank?
standing out like slits on a cheerleader. Interesting.
Zero faith!
Just so
But
long as
I've
this
seen
was
it
all
done
worth the
before.
effort.
3 players is no joke, we can still do it. But not being able to get out of my frame is kind of wild. Tau forged. And we get an arcane hotshot. That's nice. Those are useful. Getting that to rank 5 is kind of expensive. It's probably gone down so much more over the time that ETA has been out, but still expensive.
Okay, Kaya. We're gonna get these hell scrubbers up and running. You do whatever it is you're doing.
Already on it?
I guess I'm going the wrong way. Got a bad feeling about this. I have no way to make it to my teammates except for following A. So follow A we go. Where's the dude? Does anybody see where this player's down? Bro, I'm not gonna be able to get to them. Wait, yeah. Okay, let's carry on with what we were doing.
Yeah, this is a world worth saving. Screaming fungus and demon appliances. Gotta make sure all this survives.
People tell me it's better than Oblivion.
Looks like I won't be able to get to them. We're way too far away, chasing after this objective. What the hell? Okay. Spawn points, please. This way? Back this way. Back to being speedy. That was a big waste of time. I was like, why is this so far away? How is this so far away? Survivability is too low. Looks like we're gonna wipe here. GG. Oh, so close. That little detour probably cost us. No. I must try to get to them. It doesn't look like I'll be able to get to them. Maybe it wasn't meant to be today. And that's okay. ETA being more difficult than EDA is a struggle that should be taken advantage of earlier in the week to get more energetic gamers involved. GG. GG.
Really?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
God,
Kind of like a glitch, I guess. Putting in a sporogenesis marker beyond the extraction point. That's kind of an awkward glitch to have occurred, but maybe it's for the best. So GG, that's it for us. That's ETA. Not a bad haul for scuffing through the run.